Going into the Isle of Armor, I wasn't sure what to expect, and I had numerous concerns about what I was getting myself into. The mainline Pokemon games have never done an expansion pass instead of a third entry for a generation, and I was worried the Isle of Armor itself would be as barren as the wild area in the base Sword and Shield games. Upon arrival to the Isle, you're greeted by either Avery or Clara, depending on whether you're playing Sword or Shield, and after some genuinely funny hijinks with your new rival character, you're given free reign of the entire Isle. And to my surprise, I actually enjoyed exploring. With the original wild area, the appeal was lost almost immediately, and I only ever came back for specific reasons. But you can tell a bit more attention to detail and care went to the Isle of Armor, both in the Pokemon that inhabit it and the terrain itself. There's multiple levels, there's various caves, and an almost shocking amount of water areas littered with various smaller islands. You may see a Pokemon jumping from the treetops, or a Pokemon lounging in the water from the distance while you're still on land. A big problem with the wild area was that it didn't feel like the natural expanse where Pokemon lived and interacted, the way the developers wanted it to be. The Pokemon were simply roaming randomly on an overworld. That vision they had is more fully realized on the Isle of Armor, and it made exploring it actually enjoyable. This is helped by the slew of returning Pokemon from past games that initially didn't make the cut for Sword and Shield. Whenever I entered a new zone, I couldn't wait to see the old face I would run into next. But this expansion of course has more than just exploration to offer. There's a story here, and while it's not grand or even a particularly long one, it was enjoyable with some bona fide laugh out loud moments here and there. You can tell the developers had a lot of fun when writing the scenario. After the initial run-in with your rival, you're then introduced to the local dojo on the island and start an apprenticeship under Mustard, the dojo's master. You're then tasked with completing 3 trials and receive the signature new Pokemon Cupfu as your reward. After going through some more trials with Cupfu, it'll become Urshifu, and not too long after that, you're done. Even with exploring and messing around for quite a bit, it only took me a little over 5 hours to complete the story. I do wish it was at least a bit longer, but they told the self-contained story they wanted to. There's no villainous team or greater evil to defeat, and in a way, that itself was almost a breath of fresh air. It was a fun side adventure, and I'm okay with that. Even if the story itself is short, that doesn't mean there isn't more to do on the Isle. The most time-consuming addition is a new side quest that tasks you with finding 150 Alolan Diglett all over the Isle. For every batch you find, you'll get some cool rewards, so it's worth your time. Inside the dojo itself, there's a move tutor that'll teach you completely brand new moves, and spending watts will allow you to upgrade the dojo with facilities like a Rotami terminal and a drink machine. Though the time I spent going through the Isle of Armor was pretty short, I still enjoyed myself, much more than I was expecting to. I will say that I hope the Crown Tundra goes even further with what it offers, however, although that of course will remain to be seen later this year when it releases. $30 may seem a bit steep for an expansion that isn't too long so far, and I hope this review helps someone out there in determining whether or not it's worth a purchase for you. Thanks for watching, guys. If you could do me a favor and leave a like on the video, or even subscribe if you want to see more of me, I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you later. A big thank you to this month's patrons, Buttermilk Mike, Nightmare Alpha, Roland Glenn, and Westtown HD. Your support is always appreciated. Thank you guys so much. And if you want to become a patron, check out my Patreon link in the description below. Thank you guys. Later.